Hey, what's going on, guys? Long time no see. It's DGamer09 finally back here again with another video. I, first off, need to address the elephant in the room. I am very, very, very sorry for the fact that my last post was nearly 3 months ago. As of the 26th of this month, it will have been 3 months ago. As you can see, we're back here with Part 3 of Batman Arkham Asylum. My plan was to return with an unfinished video that I recorded part of for The Last of Us about 2 months ago. But there are some things I need to sort out on that video, like exactly where I was, and if I missed some things, and if I need to restart where I was, and so while I get that sorted out behind the scenes, I thought I'd return with something that I know like the back of my hand and that I love. Because obviously the more you love something and the more you recognize it, then the easier it is to make a greater video on it, I feel like. So anyway, if you don't remember, which you probably don't, the last time we left off, we were tracking Commissioner Gordon due to Joker's escape. We followed his tobacco trail to here, where we ran into Harley, and Joker said, "What are you doing? It's too early. Batman's not supposed to be here," and she ran off. Now we've got to find another way to get to him. So let's go. Also, glad that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League got delayed, because while it looks very good and I'm excited, it gives us more time to finish this series for that game to make sense. So here we go. You can see the dead guards lying around. Now, you may be wondering, how do we get in here with that electrified gate? Simple answer, up we go. Batman is quite the parkourist, actually. So, I gotta find where it is. There's a couple things up here on this roof. There's, a Riddler trophy there. I knew it. It's around the corner here.
Of course you found that one easy. You're supposed to.
Pay attention to that lighthouse, because it'll become a monument to the night's events that happen in this game and affect the rest of the series.
Don't you forget, search every nook and cranny. I want everyone found. Hey, I don't want anyone missing the party. I'm still gonna host.
What party, you may be asking? Well, Joker's crazy. But maybe not crazy enough that he's making up a fake party. Oh, that's a cool shot. That is so cool. Anyway, let's get going. Let's go through this door. Whoa, our cape clipped into the wall. That was weird. The medical facility is fun. The medical facility is very, very fun. Where is it? Can't really trust that old clown, can we? Anyway, I hope you guys are really enjoying this series. I'm sorry it took so long. Stuff just got kind of chaotic with life, but also that's an excuse, and I should have done better, and I'm very sorry. But I want to really finish Awesome series so we can get to other things, and I really, really just want to make good series for you guys as well. And so I hope you enjoy sort of return to form here. There is a genuine reason, though, in a little while, that I will not be able to upload any videos for just a few days, and that is, we are currently in the process of moving from the state we are in currently to a different state, and that is coming in about 2.5 weeks. So be prepared for that. And they've taken hostages. For those of you worried about this being a thing throughout the series, I'm going to try throughout this whole series, not just this game, but all of the Batman Arkham series, my very best to use detective vision as little as possible, because a lot of people just never turn it off, and even the creators at Rocksteady and people like Sefton Hill and everyone have apologized basically for putting detective mode in this game in the way that they did, so yeah, we're just gonna try to use it as little as possible. Anyway, we got some doctors to save because we can hear them crying. Let's get over to this guy here, and let's wait for him. Inverted takedown, and set up our trap. We've set up our traps with our explosive gel. Our explosive gel. Did it work? It did. Let's glide kick this guy, and that did not work. Oh no! No! No!
Wake up! Damn it, it's so cold.
Let's take. Well, that did not work.
Get away!
Second time's the charm. Let's see how this goes. I really didn't mean to mess that up. There are some systems in this game that I forgot are quite different to the other games, like not being able to take stealth takedowns. There are some things that are quite different to this game than the other games, such as not being able to take down guards through windows, apparently. So second time's the charm. Let's try our plan again. Let's detonate those. Let's see. Let's see if we can get behind this guy and take him down silently and pounce on the very last one.
Can you hear me? Show yourself!
I can indeed, and I am coming to do just that. So get ready, because I don't think you are. Oh, he's... Oh no! Oh no! Look at him! He's... Oh no! See their hearts and their heads.
You're safe now.
Also, for those of you who've been paying attention, we're unlocking character bios and character trophies throughout picking up Riddler's trophies and his riddles and tapes. We will have a dedicated bonus episode to look at the to read the bios and look at the trophies on their own, and a bonus episode for.
21. Patient's name is Edward Nigma, also known as the Riddler. So, Edward, Warden Sharp tells me you've been leaving threatening riddles scrawled on the asylum walls. Again.
One would have to be severely paranoid to read threats into harmless riddles, Dr. Young. May I test you with one?
Very well.
What is it that walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, and finally 3 legs?
A human being. As a baby, it crawls on 4 legs. As an adult, it walks on 2. And in later years, it uses a cane.
Good try. But the answer to all 3 is a baby. True, it crawls on all 4s, but cut off its legs and it can only wiggle on 2 limbs. Give it a crutch, it can hobble around on 3. You see?
It's horrible. How can you even joke about that?
Easily, Doctor. It's not my baby.
Uh-oh. So that's a feature that I don't believe we've looked at yet. I will skim through the episodes and see if we need to listen to the other ones we've unlocked. But we will be listening to the character interview tapes, which are extra backstory as we go on. But we'd be pausing to read things all the time, so when we finish this series, I will return with a couple of bonus episodes. One for looking at all the character trophies and reading all the character bios, and then one for challenge maps as a showcase. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Let's see what the doctors need.
I don't know what happened. One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Did they have anyone with them?
They took someone into the elevator. I couldn't tell who it was.
They obviously didn't want to be followed. The elevator appears to have been powered down. You're going to be okay here.
We'll be fine.
What about the others? We heard gunfire. They could be dead. We should go and help.
Oh no, I forgot. Dr. Kellerman was in the patient observation room, and Dr. Chen went to surgery.
And Dr. Young went to X-ray.
Okay, stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
I'm here, Mike. Hold still. I'll get you free.
I'll get you out of there. We're gonna be okay.
Dr. Young is very important to the events of this game, as we will come to find out later, so I'll just leave it at that. As you may have seen when we entered the room, we had a riddle here for us, and it was, TikTok newsflash, someone is not getting out of here alive. That riddle is this big-ass cell. Will it scan from here? No, it didn't. Let's see, will it scan from here?
That one could have been solved by a monkey. But good job, nevertheless.
It unlocks Killer Croc, who you may remember us running into in the very first episode of this series. He will be showing up later, and he is one big chonky boy who is massive in this adaptation, so he's very intimidating. Some adaptations, he's kind of just a normal-ish opponent, basically just styled to look like a crocodile, kind of, due to his skin condition. In this universe, he is big, and the fun thing about this series is that, if you'll pay attention, the more we go on throughout this series, then the more deformed and sort of in pain he will become. So it's not just that his skin starts to change more and more, but it's that there's an actual point to what's happening with him. He will become more and more tortured by his deformation as we go on. Is the generosity of our benefactors the Waynes? I believe is what that riddle said, which is around the corner here somewhere. Is it this? No. Let's go to the end of this hall. Great lighting, by the way, great lighting. And as you can see, this is just where we were with Commissioner Gordon, but both Harley and he are gone. Oh man, I didn't mean to walk into that.
Taped interview 39. Patient's name is Edward Nigma. At this point in time, I've yet to decide if Mr. Nigma is a suitable candidate for the Titan process. I'd like to talk about your childhood.
Miserable. Next.
By all accounts, that is where your fascination with riddles began. I believe discussing those years could explain your compulsive behavior.
Very well. My father hated me. Always called me a moron.
I see.
I was determined to prove him wrong, so I entered a contest in school. A $20 prize to the kid who could figure out an almost impossible logic problem. I won, of course.
And that pleased your father?
Hardly. He was convinced I had cheated. He kept yelling, "You must have cheated! Admit it, you moron! You cheated!" I swore I didn't, and he hit me for lying.
I'm sorry to hear that, Edward.
Don't be. He was right.
Yeah, Ed's kind of an annoying pain that only gets more and more so annoying in this universe, which is why it feels so good to find all his riddles and screw him over, and finally, not in this game, but in some of the games, eventually end up punching him in the face. So, here's our riddle, I believe. City of Gotham. This unit was funded by Bruce Wayne. The Bruce Wayne Foundation for the Criminally Insane. Alfred Pennyworth. So if you've been paying attention, obviously there is a lot of corruption going on in this asylum. I mean, the whole reason Gordon was kidnapped is because Officer Frank Bowles works for the Joker, because Joker paid him off. So, and, the guards are obviously not treating patients the best, as we've already seen electroshock therapy in the case with stopping Zaz in part 1. So, we will discuss this more as the series goes on. But, interesting thing, the Titan Project. What is that, you may ask? Dr. Young mentioned it. Well, we will come to find out later.
Bitch's Cash. What's wrong with you? Don't you know nothing? Cash had a disagreement with Killer Croc a while back. Croc got free and chowed down on Cash's hand. Yeah, so if you see a giant monster running at you, just shoot it, or you'll be next on the menu.
Let's choose our multi-battering to take these two, to open these two up for a ground takedown, and then a quick beating. Ooh, look at that kick. So these are radio ads by Warden Sharp and Dr. Young, advertising her as some kind of savior of the mentally ill. Let's just listen to this. Oops.
Dilly-dally. Don't let anyone out of there. Even Razor. He's failed me, and I don't like failures.
Yeah, sure, boss. He was slowing us down anyway. Don't cry, Cash. You're right where we want you.
Dude, stop working for Joker.
I wish you were back in your cell. He's here.
Let's take this guy down. Let's lead this guy into our trap we set up. And ground take down him. There we go. Thanks for cheering us on, Cash. Cash is a cool character. He's our pal throughout the whole series.
I heard someone shouting and found the doc lying on the floor. When I went to help him, the room was flooded with gas. These doors locked down. We can't get out. Don't know how long we can last.
How brave. Let's give Mr. Cash a great big hand. He could use one.
Ooh.
Don't be laughing out of your butt when I get out of here.
Like Knuckles, just messing with you.
Wait till it turns big.
Dude, Mark Hamill is great.
Can you control the ventilation system in there?
Joker's filled the room with gas and we're trapped in here. I can sit in here all night, but the doc over there ain't looking too good.
Let's get in here and free them then. I know I've said this already throughout the series, but it can't be said enough. Rest in peace to the absolute legend that is Kevin Conroy as the Batman. It's a shame that he had to pass. And now, this is a very interesting puzzle that requires the Batarang, and you get to follow the path it goes.
Board showing power to fan 1.
No, I am not dead. Deal with it. So I prefer to try and ignore this little, funny kind of mess up. I consider it not mess up. I don't know how to explain this moment. So Joker gas obviously kills whoever lands in it. Obviously, they have the iconic death where they die laughing hysterically and then with the most horrible grin on their face. So you have to knock Razor into this gas. If we move quickly enough, we can save him. That fall mixed with being in the gas, you can hear him laughing. Razor's dead. Just ignore the fact that we basically killed Razor.
Batman arrived just in the nick of time. Next time, Cash, I'll just shoot him.
We have to talk to Cash and the Doctor. Cash is cool. He's our supporter no matter what in this series. Except for Arkham Origins, he's not in that. But first, we got a riddle to solve. It said, was this Firefly too hot off the press? And that is referring to the villain Firefly. But these newspapers also have a few Easter eggs. Theater No More, Rolling Gotham, Injustice Getting Back, Roman Sionis in court. Roman Sionis is the Black Mask, an integral character to Batman Arkham Origins, and a side character throughout the series as we go on. If there's ever any way to play a remaster or anything of Arkham Origins, then it'll most definitely be on the channel, because as of right now, I don't have the necessary tools to record it. Here is a better look at Firefly, the villain. Let's see if that scan works. There we go. What I love that Rocksteady did was that all the villains they couldn't include, or fun fact, some that they were going to include, like Mr. Freeze, but then they changed their minds for story purposes. They wrote character bios on, and they put these riddles in as fun nods to them so that you can be aware that they do exist in the Arkham universe, and they are running around, and we've probably either just barely missed them as they escape, or they were moved a long time ago, which is fun.
So what's going on? My radio went dead soon after you brought Joker in.
Okay, there's no response. Can we talk to the doctor? No, he does not seem as though he's doing the best. I am not trying to just walk around. I thought there was a riddle trophy here, but there's a tape.
Interview 44. This is yet another interview with Edward Nigma. I've yet to make up my mind whether he's a genius or just deluded. Whichever one he is, just being in his company is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help with?
No, thank you, Edward. I am here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's look at it a different way. Throughout your career, you have specialized in bizarre traps and convoluted clues that more often than not result in the death of the unfortunate participants.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing diversion.
Instead of death traps.
You really should be thanking me. Weeding out the ignorant, the stupid, the useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family. Mother, perhaps.
Put that down. Get out. Guard!
Uh-oh.
So the great detective has solved a mere 10% of my challenges. Are you ready to give up yet?
Aw, come off it, you arrogant asshole. Let's choose a gadget upgrade, because we actually do need some of the gadgets for, Riddler specifically. So, and I believe we can only unlock them both as we go on and get more gadgets in general. So let's get our auto detonation. That'll help us during stealth so that we don't have to manually explode the explosive gel ourselves. We will just be able to do that. Is there a Riddler trophy? I could have sworn there was one in here somewhere. Sorry. I know I was just going on about how I want to use detective vision as little as possible, but I swear there's one that I'm missing. I remember very clearly picking up one every single time I've ever played through this game in this room somewhere. But I guess I'm just wrong, so maybe we will be returning here later. Maybe. As you can see, we can follow these lines on the floor. They take us each to different fun encounters. A Joker present. Interesting. So, that was our stealth encounter. Our Predator section. Let's follow the blue line. back here, and now we will take the red line and see where that takes us. Let's go down here. Who is Patient X, you may be wondering. Patient X is someone we will see later. He is very important. Whatever the Titan program is referred to in Eddie's tape. It's a trap, by the way. Patient X is crucial to Titan. Let's talk to this guard.
Batman!
Don't speak. You're safe now.
But it's a trap.
I know. Just not for me.
That is so cool.
It's true. You really are the world's greatest detective. How did you do that, Bats? Oh, what the hell? Get down there, boys. See if he can detect being punched in the face.
Ah, man, I forgot that unlike the other games, we cannot use our gadgets without ruining our combo, which I'm glad they change in the series. Let's take... Do we not have a takedown? Apparently we don't yet. That's not good. We need to buy that, actually, the next time we get an upgrade. So let's just absolutely mow through these guys. I love the it's a trap, just not for me. It gives off the I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me Watchmen vibes. Dude, Joker, I'm sorry to say, but like your men are kind of messing this whole plan up. You need to train better people. Let's keep on mowing through all of them. It's very simple. Aw, man. I don't often use the ground takedowns much for that very reason that you just saw. It often ends up taking too long because it's 3 seconds, I think, which often gets you hit, so... Well, that went well.
Don't get too full of yourself, Bats. I'm just softening you up. Think of this as a preview to the main event. You'll see.
What's the main event, Joker? Let's rescue Dr. Chen. Whoa.
To tell you, I couldn't speak.
Relax, you're safe now. I can handle these low-life thugs.
The confidence, the quiet confidence. Something I love that many points have been made about this throughout Arkham Asylum's history as game since it's been released in 2009. But something that I love is that you can see a clash in this world for the Asylum with the old world versus the new, with this technology invading this literally collapsing derelict trash heap. Essentially, this building is so old and has gone through so much damage through storms and time and use and everything that it's literally falling apart, as is the case over there, for example. And yet they're trying to renovate with these electrified gates as an example, and it's so cool because as this series goes on, we will see this reoccurring theme more and more. We never get a definitive time frame for when Arkham Asylum takes place, but we can assume that it's a little bit of an advanced time with things like this, and these changes only keep up the more the series goes on, which I will point out as we get there. Time for our next riddle, which, as you can see, lots of Riddler challenges done, is here. It's rumors persist that Tommy Elliott operates in Arkham. Can it be true? And as you can see, Arkham Shift is Dr. Penelope Young, P. Jessup, S. Cassidy, and T. Elliott. There's a Killer Croc transfer that was supposed to occur. Obviously, that's not happening. And this unlocks Hush, who is someone very important. We will again read his character bio later, but for quick context, he is another billionaire child. He was a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne, except...
Longer. I've got 2 old friends coming to the party.
What party, Joker?
One of them is just terrified you'll leave without saying hello. The other, well, let's just say he's going to be as surprised to see you as you will be to see him.
When Amadeus
Wonder who they are.
few would have believed
Let's take down these teeth again. Joker presence being left again. Let's take the vent, because I believe there's Riddler stuff in here. But, back to my story. Thomas Elliot is the childhood billionaire friend of Bruce Wayne. He is kind of the same as Bruce Wayne, except he hated his parents. Because they were nice to Bruce since Bruce's parents died in Crime Alley, and he became very jealous. And so he murdered his parents and was taken in as an orphan, I believe, or he murdered one of his parents. And he grew up and became the villain Hush, who surgically... he's a master surgeon, and he surgically removes people's faces to make himself look like whomever he needs to in the moment. Oftentimes, he's usually just running around with bandages on his face. He was introduced in his own story, Batman Hush, which is a pretty cool story, in my opinion.
After what happened that time at the train station, I'm just doing exactly what he says.
What happened? I believe old Johnny K is an Easter egg to someone, but who, I don't quite remember. Let's take down... Oh, it didn't work, okay. Let's just take down these 3 quite fast. I'm glad that the combat system improves in the later series. Free flow combat is very great. It's fantastic, but it's definitely much better in the other games. So if blue was our Predator section, red is our free flow section, then what is yellow? And what kind of danger is Dr. Young in? Well, let's go find out after we finally take down this guy. So, can I see the TV's Arkham Care? Fun fact, they advertise a website in the Arkham Care videos, and that website, back in the day, was a real thing you could go to that would take you to this ARG or augmented reality game. That was a marketing gimmick for Arkham Asylum that was it was made to look like a real website advertising the facility and their treatments and their patients and everything, and it was just cool. Alright, let's go through. Let's get moving. We're running out of time on the episode. X-ray room. We gotta use our vision to look through.
If anyone goes near you without Joker's express permission, then I've been ordered to make sure you are taken out ASAP. Looks like you're a marketing ship.
This is sort of a puzzle section.
All over this job. Planned like a military operation. Friends on the inside and out.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends. What I want to know is why you chose me. Did Joker specify me? Why don't you let me talk to him? I'm sure we can settle this.
Lady, if I have to tell you once more, I am going to hurt you. You understand? Shut the hell up.
We have to save her by...
Till then, keep that trap of yours zipped.
Oh boy. We have to save her by spraying all the walls we can with explosive gel. Let's pick up that Riddler trophy.
It doesn't need to be like this.
Keep quiet.
Let's go down.
All your yapping I can take.
Is there one I'm forgetting? I don't want to do this, but let's turn our... No, there's actually not one. I'm surprised. Surprised the guards can't hear loud ass sizzling. I'm just kidding. Let's get them! Yeah. Dr. Young, it's okay. Don't be afraid. Oh dear. I think that's gonna be very bloody to remove his head from that door, but oh my gosh, look at his neck, okay.
What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true that Joker escaped?
Unfortunately, yes. But not for long.
I'd been studying Joker's case for months when he broke out. The warden was very specific he wanted Joker cured.
Bad publicity will affect his campaign for mayor.
That'll be the least of it. I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
Not a problem. All staff have been rescued. You'll be safer if you remain here.
That dialogue ends up changing, actually, depending on if you've rescued them first or not. Let's turn our detective vision on very quickly, return to the doctor's sanatorium, and pick up Gordon's tobacco trail. So now we've got a fantastic section that is so cool coming up. Subject obscured. Is there one in here? Wait. What? Is there a Riddler trophy in here? Or are you going to take your hat off to Harley Bats? Is the bear the bane of his life? A question can only be answered from a new perspective, don't you agree? What silent killer of the oceans can be found in a tiny jar? I know for a fact the others are not in here. But is the riddle that we scan? Obviously it can only be found from a new perspective is... Oh, it's referring to him. Okay. That's one of Amadeus Arkham's tablets. If you remember... In part 2, we were climbing the elevator shaft to go after Harley, Frank, and Gordon, and we found one of those spider tablets. Beetle tablets, my bad. Beetle tablets. And we scanned it, and it gave us a spiritual voice recording from Amadeus Arkham, the founder. And we gotta tell his story through his tablets. So, let's go. You see that? What is that? Why is there a man bent over? What big event, Joker? Welcome to a new enemy. High security henchmen. We have to stun them to be able to hit them because they got knives. So that adds in a new mechanic, a new dynamic with having to pay attention with who to stun and who not to stun, which is cool. So, because it keeps you on your toes. He's one of a few new types. So, let's keep going. Let's go back to continue our night of crime fighting.
Did you find them? Are they okay?
Yes, they're safe now.
Batman, we've got another problem.
I need to get back to the mansion. All my research notes are there. We can't risk Joker getting his hands on them.
It's not safe, Doctor. The island's a war zone. You won't stand a chance.
It's my life's work. You really don't have the authority to...
I'll get her there, Batman. You ask me, it's about time for a little payback.
I don't like it, but... Who called the elevator?
Wasn't us. It's coming from the lower floor.
Cash, take Dr. Young. Get her notes and then find somewhere safe to hold up. Everyone else, go to the observation room. Barricade yourselves in.
The boss says he's in here somewhere. Spread out.
We got another stealth section. Let's make short work of these guys. We've already used up our explosive gel traps, so that's not something we can do. Let's let them spread out, get away from him, and take this guy down. Please do not see me. I'm already thinking of... Oh boy. Guys, that did not work out. I am so sorry. I fumbled the ball so hard on that. Yep, all you gotta do is grapple around rapidly a bunch of times like a little maniac, and that's what works. Can we make this work, actually? Our stealth section is kind of ruined, so dear Lord, please let this work. Let's grapple up now and get away from him. Cool, it did work. Yes, that felt so good, actually. Let's glide kick this guard and get him down. Boom, that was fast. Stealth sections are fun to me in this series. The tobacco trail leads into the elevator that was called. But let's stroll around and see if we can find the riddle that we have to scan. I'll cut to you guys when I do, so that you don't have to look at a bunch of randomness. Alright guys, so change of plans. We're running out of time on the episode, and I can't quite remember where the Riddler's question mark spray paint is right now, so we will return to this area later and scan it then. Let's take down these Joker teeth again and get into the elevator. This is one of my favorite sections, and you'll see why.
Easy. Oh, think about it. I got you trapped in a little metal box, hanging precariously over a deadly drop. What say I just blow the emergency brakes and drop you like a sack of puppies? Say good night, Bats. Boom! Only did. Got a few more surprises in store for you. Prepare to face your fears. All of them.
Notice that gas? And Batman's coughing. And for anyone who knows what's coming, get excited. And for anyone who picked up on that hint through the dialogue, this is cool. Oh man, I cut out his dialogue, my bad. Joker in that point says, saving this cesspool of a city. Something else, I believe it's to the effect of Gordon dying or something like that. Me in a thong is his last bit of dialogue.
Help me, Batman.
Oh no, Gordon! We gotta get to him. We gotta get to Gordon. Notice that creepy choir. I am not afraid. Oh, Batman's eyes are glowing red. I am not afraid to admit that this section, whilst being so incredibly cool and one of my favorites, because this Batman villain we're about to encounter is one of my favorites in his universe, this section did freak me out as a kid playing through these games, because I got my first copy of Arkham Asylum for my 5th birthday in 2010 on my Xbox 360. And I'm no longer afraid of these sections. I don't get scared by much anymore, actually.
I'm sorry, Jim.
For anyone who wants to know anything about me. Oh man. Jim's dead?
I'm sorry. I was too late.
I'm sorry. The number you've dialed isn't available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Weird stuff's going on.
There.
Please hang up your phone.
Oh, you see that shot? Who could this be? Oh, can you hear the crunch of the roaches underneath us? This section is kind of off-putting. I don't know, I don't really get scared anymore. So, of pretty much anything. I'm not trying to sound awful myself, I just really don't, actually. So, we're just stuck in this morgue with them telling us to leave. So, let's do it. Trying, dude. Bye. Then we go through and we're back in the morgue. What? And there's 3 body bags. Of who? Let's open the left one.
You should have stood up to him, son. Like a man.
Uh-oh. Let's open the second.
Mom?
Help us, Bruce. Don't let us die.
So who could the third one be? Is it Alfred, maybe? Hello? Who are you? Oh! First person point of view is super cool. Raise up and into our next cut scene. Man, how much acid was in that last bat snack? Anyway, let's get going. We're in a whirlpool now, a tornado world. Let's get up. Dude, this is so great. 10 out of 10 encounter. It's Scarecrow! Scarecrow's encounters are so cool because you cannot fight him fist to fist. He wouldn't really stand a chance. He's a lanky boy. So what's he do? He's got his fear gas with him, and that turns him into this titan. Obviously he's got this heat-seeking vision, sort of. His piercing eyes. Whoa, we turned into him for a second. If he sees you, you are dead. He slaps you one time with his giant hand. So we gotta be careful not to be seen. We gotta move kinda quick. Come on. There we go. Let's get going. Oh, that did not work. So we gotta wait for him to spin around again. So, dude, Scarecrow is one of my all-time favorite Batman villains. I hope they use him at some point in Matt Reeves' The Batman films, because The Batman is my favorite film. Ooh, they make you do that just long enough. Oh, there he goes. So you gotta hide. But I love the Scarecrow and pretty much any of his appearances. Obviously, the animated series is fantastic on all fronts. The Batman Begins and just Scarecrow as a reoccurring character throughout the Nolan trilogy as a whole is cool. By the way, speaking of Cillian Murphy, excited to see Oppenheimer. But Scarecrow is so cool because you can use him to really get a look at people's psychology, such as Batman's fears in the Arkhamverse being his parents' death tormenting him and that he should have done something. He should have been good enough, but he wasn't. So that was cool. That's our first of 3 encounters with him. We will see him again. He's gone. Where'd he go? We don't know. Let's see.
Jimmy, Bruce, what's going on?
Oracle, I'm okay.
What happened? I lost contact. Are you sure you're all right? Have you found my dad?
I'm fine. Had a little run-in with Scarecrow, slowed me down. I'll get back to you in a bit.
So, there are some great video essays that are done by Monty Zander, is his name on this series. He is a fantastic and beautifully articulated essayist on video games, and he also runs a channel with his friends called Lord Dump. Shout out, go watch both of those if you want. He is currently doing his video essay series every few months on the Arkham series, and on Arkham Asylum, Finding the Bat is what it's titled. They're longer. They're a few hours long, each of his videos are, but given the shot, they're worth it. He highlights the fantastic abilities of Kevin Conroy as an actor for Batman and why he's so perfect, and that is that he, for example, in the Arkhamverse portrayal that he did, he's trying so hard to be this stone-cold, brave, and valorant, courage-filled hero for everyone, and he's trying not to let his emotions show, but you get his glimpses when he lets his guard drop when talking to his allies, like with Oracle just then. For example, you could hear his relief when he finally stopped Jonathan in his vision. And we will see that concurrently throughout the series, so pay attention to the subtle voice changes here and there, because that's the biggest way through Bruce's fears and his visions with our Scarecrow encounters and Kevin Conroy's fantastic abilities as a voice actor, those are the biggest ways we get our peeks into this Bruce as a character and who he is, so keep that in mind. Anyway, one of our next riddles is, what silent killer of the oceans can be found in a tiny jar? Is it that? Yes, it is. That is the great white shark. Dude, part of the reason why I love Rocksteady as a development team so much is because Sefton Hill, one of the founders of Rocksteady and the creative directors here, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, if you know in the comments, they pay attention to the tiniest things. Like, dude, no one outside of these games who's found that riddle, or the fans of like the early comics, knows who the hell the great white shark is, and they still put him in this game in that jar. So that's cool. Now the reason I am coming over here is because whilst the bodies and the morgue and everything were just like messing with us, there is an actual Easter egg here to be found. Is it a riddle? I'm not quite aware. Let me check and see. Not that, and not that. So no, it is not a riddle. But it is in this morgue. There is one Easter egg we can catch, and then I will leave us off here for our episode. Let me cut to where it is. Alright, we're back. My apologies. It is not this morgue. It is actually another morgue. So, that we will run across later. So, I'll point that Easter egg out when we get there. But yeah, all in all, kind of productive episode. We found our way around Harley. We rescued the doctors. And we've had our first run-ins with Scarecrow. By the way, I forget the name of the voice actor who plays Scarecrow in Batman Arkham Asylum. By the way, after our first run in with Scarecrow, I just gotta say, Dino Andrade, man, as a Scarecrow voice, I believe that's who plays him in this game. Fantastic. He gets Scarecrow's lunacy down to a T. And I am so happy because he's one of my favorite villains in this series. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode back. I gotta be honest, my confidence is kind of waning during this recording. Maybe it's just because it's been a while. But anyway, I promise you, I will see you again sooner rather than later, unlike last time. And we will be continuing this series. We will be continuing The Last of Us Part 1. And finishing that off, although we still got a while to go, we will pick back up on Hogwarts Legacy and return to God of War and Undertale. And then we will have Gotham Knights. Then we will continue with some new series after we finish these. Anyway, I hope I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.